It's cooler now than when I went to sleep. We got rain. Yeah, that helped. Um, I sat last night and I watched that Dr. Swart, and I'm like, yeah, we have five senses. When they properly learn how to use their fucking senses, they start labeling new experiences and then label it a sense. It's basically what the fuck is happening. Yeah. I'm a real boy. Really? Fuck. Okay. Once the puppet masters start to feel what they're doing to their puppets, then they start to label it. Now we've got all these fucking senses we didn't know we had, and it's amazing what the brain can do. And you're like, neuroscience is something that needs to be eradicated from the face of the planet. You'd understand better how your brain works if you didn't torture the brain and study it. Okay? Not that hard. No, it's really fucking easy. And it really pisses you the fuck off, though. When they start having these emotions and feelings for the first time, then now it's meaningful. Then it starts breaking into these amazing experiences and shit. And you're like, welcome to my world. Won't you come on in? You fucking assholes. God damn. How about instead we take your husband and we have all the men at Fort Huachuca fuck him in the ass and have them video record it and have him say that it's much more fun than having sex with his stupid fucking homely, obsessive compulsive wife. And everybody at Fort Huachuca passes around town and everybody watches it. And then let's start going through new senses now, Dr. Swart. Okay. She's a neuroscientist. Fucking, they're assholes. Now that when something happens to them that, it's, my whole world changed, right? Because they have no feelings. Okay. They're desensitized. They become this way over tens of thousands of years. Okay, they're scientists. They're brilliant. They're problem solvers. They figure everything out. They tell you everything. They explain everything fucking to you, right? They have no humility. Life's eternal, grace is infinite. Okay, take your philosophy and shove it all up your fucking ass, okay? You're going to invent a philosophy to something once you realize how it feels, once you develop your feelings. Okay, this could have taken a lot if you could just listen to Morris Albert just like Selena and really got it, right? No me quedo más. Okay. Song. I had a song that makes me cry. Does anybody else, does No Me Quedo Más make you cry? Okay. I think there's lots of people. The hell things make me cry every time too. Yeah, just about every time I watch the video and I listen to it. I watch the video. Hell, Lopez sang it and I cried. Maybe it's because I want her to shut up. That's funny. Let Selena sing it. She sings it better. I'm sure Jennifer knows that. Yeah, I'm sure she knows that Selena has a better voice than her. Fuck yeah. I wanted to play the guitar. Okay, I cannot play the guitar like Tonino, Mar, Neto, and Anatar. No, not to save my life. Okay, I cannot play the guitar like those guys. Right. I always wanted to play the guitar when I was a kid because I loved, oh my gosh, it's so good. Right. I can't do it. I tried, couldn't do it as well. And so I was like, some things I'm not good at. So the Globetrotter thing, I cannot spin. Okay, I'm the best basketball player that probably ever played, and I cannot spin the ball on my finger. And that always upset me because I love the Globetrotters, right? I can't spin the ball on my finger. Worse than Steve Harvey at it. Oh, yeah. And so, but I can dribble. No, I don't obsess dribble. I just use the dribble as a pass to self to move the ball to your teammates to score. And that's all the dribble is. Okay, it's not to put on a show. It's not to embarrass other people. Passing is not meant to embarrass people. It's just meant to obtain an objective. Like putting peaches in the basket, and that's the way I see it. And so, I'm going to get my peaches in the basket. You're trying to stop me from putting my peaches in the basket. I'm going to get my peaches in the basket, and that's how I play basketball. And so you get peached in the basket, like I used to tell Coach Treviso all the time. Now I'm going to get mine. And they gonna get 7. I'm gonna get 8. They gonna get 8. I'm gonna get 9. And we goes to overtime. By the time we done, they got 17. I got 18. That's just the way I is. When I'm out there and I work together, my teammates work together, and we're determined to win. We usually win, unless the team is just horrendously better, more talented. Even then, that's hard to do because I'm really good. I can take teams that are not nearly as talented, and I can compete with or beat way more talented teams. I've always been that way. It's just the way I am. Well, because I'm so good, and my teammates get better because I will put those peaches in the basket, son of a bitch. You know what I'm saying? So we putting them peaches in the basket. God damn it. Amy's kids need to eat, right? Old Amy, yeah, we talked again last night about the stuff with Natalie, and and I like, Amy, it was your survival mechanism. They were gonna make you assimilate to the group. You were right in a sense. I'm 59. I'm going on. I'll be 60. Okay, a year from now, and by the time I did everything required in their books, that was fucking 2013, right? I was like, it was January 2013 or something. I was like 47. Okay. I'm 59. Okay. So it was like 12 years ago when I did everything required to prove myself to all the, great societies of the great societies that did the shit with Judah Krishnamurti and stuff. And so I'm like, fuck. No, everybody has doubts. Why doubt it? You doubt that the Lord's Prayer is perfect thoughts, language, and actions applied in physics to save us all from genocide and economic genocidal operations. You sure about that? Because you guys did the study on the COVID to see how fast the planet could recover from genocide operations. And I think you're full of shit. I think you're just a fucking neuroscientist who's, I'm a real boy, right? Fucking, gosh, you're horrible. And she's just a symptom of it. Okay, she's just one neuroscientist that lost her mind because she lost something that she was very, very attached to. Okay. An emotional, sexual relationship with another human being. And she thought she had it all figured out, and then she lost something, and it went unexpectedly because she wasn't paying attention because she was too busy being a neuroscientist instead of being a human being, right? And people don't want to talk to me. They don't like getting their ass kicked when all they do is show people their ass for money. I don't want to talk to this guy. He makes everything I do look like shit. That's because you act like shit. Just down for a Lord's Prayer, be legit, and then you don't have to. Then you say, hey, No, the brain. Krishnamurti could do this too with neuroscientists and tell them better how the brain is working because we look at life eternally. If you go read Proverbs, you look, oh God, this guy understands, the brain a lot better than a neuroscientist. It's life eternal, grace is infinite. Now here's what's going to happen. Pascal, but Pascal's hard to read. It's hard to read Proverbs because it's not translated as properly and understood as properly as it could be because it was Jerome that wrote it down, and he wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed. He was an asshole. He was a genocidal asshole appeasing a genocidal asshole. So it's hard to read Proverbs. And people shouldn't read it. They should just go to Earl and go, hey. And then have Patrick come and sit down. Well, Patrick's I'm pretty certain that the spirit of Solomon was probably Andre Raphael Parsons. And it's entirely tangible since they're doing this AGI that he was plugged into a computer and then they found a way to shut him down, exterminate his existence, because I don't feel Andre and Uriah anymore. There was always a quiet virtual presence. There was a lot of more anger from Uriah than Andre. Uriah was angry just like Vanessa's angry because her mom was being selfish and stupid, and Dad was the only one who cared. I mean, Uncle, yeah, well, his mom and her mom, well, Uncle Earl, Uncle Earl's the only one that cares. People tell us about this stuff and he gets up and does something about it. And everybody thinks he's crazy. And I tell people all the time, I didn't come up with this stuff. They came and told me they did this stuff. Okay. They came and told me in Sierra Vista that they do this stuff, that they started in Korea and people do this stuff. And I was like, no, hell no. That's fucking insane. And I didn't think it was tangible until they started talking about Dolly. I'm like, fucking son of a bitch. And then they didn't clone Dolly until 1996. Right. A farmer and the Dell guy in Scotland started to, okay. If it doesn't happen in our archives, it doesn't exist. Like, once you've done something and you can't keep it under wraps, then you introduce it to the trained dogs and say, "Oh, it can happen," so it doesn't freak all the trained dogs out. Oh, Michigan, fucking East Michigan, everybody's doing the Michigan rag. Funk me, stop me, think the fucking in rag. The fuck stuck. No, I agree with the young man. I forgot his name again. The young man that does the podcast thing. No, you have to have science. I believe in the intuitive mind that understands life eternally and has faith in infinite glory. Okay. But you don't start making up shit to make yourself more comfortable because you don't understand it well enough, because you just started playing with your emotions for the first time, Pinocchio, Geppetto. You know what I'm saying? So I get like, no, fuck, no, it's just this. It's like judo with, the Clean from yoga. He goes, it's not Clean, it just makes you feel better because it's exercise and it really reduces dopamine and endorphins and makes you feel better. So it gives you a better feeling of your relationship with your life, given life by God, and then you exercise and you feel better. Then you have a better appreciation of your existence. And so if you want to label it Clean and make it a spiritual experience, but it basically is a scientific explanation for Clean. Okay. And that's the way everything is. There's a scientific explanation for why my immune system is so good, why I'm affected psychologically more radically than most people, because I'm the spirit of Yahweh. So I feel people suffering to an umpteenth degree. So when something's wrong with my baby, something's wrong with me. Yeah, okay, I'm the spirit. Most people couldn't handle being me. They would go insane. L. Ron Hubbard and Dave Miscavige are complete morons. So is Pope Francis, Pope Leo, and David Rockefeller. David Rockefeller lost his mind. And then he knew I was right and still wanted to prove me wrong by having me kill everybody with his technology, as opposed to stand up for a Lord's Prayer and share the Lord's Prayer. He lost his mind. And you guys all have a very similar mind to him. Neuroscientists. Okay. Peace out, man. We'll see if the neuroscientists will help this load.